So I'm here with Tony. Tony, do you remember one of the first times when we met? Do you remember that?
Absolutely. I remember my wife told me about the church, but I didn't know. It was you, Pastor Marco. And I remember you came through the door. I have a chair, and I was listening, I believe, to Hillsong music.
Yes, Hillsong, yep.
And I picked up my phone, and you walk in, and I don't know, you were a pastor at the time still. And I tried to shut my phone won't shut off. So, and you approached me, hey, good morning. You say, oh, it's one of my favorite group.
Yep.
And picked up from there, then you told me about the church. And I remember calling my wife, and I said, what church you go to? She said, New Life at Keith Middle School. I said, yeah, what's the pastor's name? She said, Marco, young kid, young man, very, very energetic. I like the message. I said, okay, you want to speak to him? He's right here. And this is how we start.
I know, and it's been a great journey ever since, man.
How long ago? 6, 7?
7 years now.
I think you just moved from Rhode Island.
We had just moved.
You just moved from Rhode Island.
I asked my mother-in-law about a mechanic.
Yes.
And she recommended you.
Matter of fact, she called me. She said, I got my son-in-law coming over.
Yeah. So
yes,
here we are, Tony.
Absolutely.
And it's been such a pleasure coming here and talking with you and getting to know you, having your family now part of the church, But I know that it wasn't always that way, right? It was a journey that you had to kind of...
It's been a long journey, yeah. I will tell you one thing for sure. I try many churches. I believe deep down is no perfect church. And I like your message. Every church get their DNA.
Yeah.
And maybe me, every time I go to a church, either I see the power of the pastor, female, male, doesn't matter. They want the power, the control. Or I see the money situation. Or I see other churches you're not accepted because you're not baptized their way. And I give up.
Yeah.
And my kids begged me to go to church. And I said no till we met.
Yeah.
I remember exactly what.
Yeah. What changed for you, Tony, coming to New Life, and what made you stick around?
Well, I stick around. I'm good, what I do with people. But beside my job, I'm to myself. I love people. I love to help people. But again, I like to be to myself.
Yeah.
And New Life is a different experience for me. And this is from the bottom of my heart. I love the people. They treat you nice. They don't judge you. And I felt the message. And it's always I say, Pastor Marco, it's great. I don't have to be nice to you. I tell the truth. It's just great message, great atmosphere. You feel the love. You feel God. And you're not judged how you look.
Yeah.
And this is my biggest struggle with my background when I grow up as a Catholic to other churches I've been through. You get judged, you know. And I try to tell people it's not what's outside, what's inside.
Right.
And that's how I say, let me give it a try, And I need to improve my relation more with the church. I'm working on it, but I'm the guy take slow time, I take it easy. But I definitely felt different.
Yeah.
In many ways.
That's cool. So right now we're talking about this whole concept of every person, we believe, has an assignment from God, right?
Yes.
And within each person, there's many things, right? You are a father, right? You're a husband.
Yes.
But you also are a business owner.
Yes.
Right? Called here to this place, which helps so many people.
Of course.
When did you first felt that you were called to be a mechanic or work with cars?
Well, it's been The call probably when I came to the U.S., but it's always, I grew up around my dad fixing car. He's a mechanic. He's a taxi driver. He got his own taxis. And I was 15, 14, 17. My dad fixed cars home constantly, so I'm always around car. When I came to the U.S., as my community all in the business, in the cars, in the repair. So I went into it, I guess it's in me.
Yeah.
Being 15, 16, 17, around cars. My dad, have the chain on the tree, pulling engine off the car, dropping engine, fixing tires. So I continued that path as soon as I came to the U.S. Right away. So the call has been probably in me since I was 15, 16, always been around car.
Yeah.
And I went into it, and 33 years later in the U.S., I don't know what to do. I'm in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about what you do?
Favorite thing, when the job come out perfect, customer happy, and you get a phone call 2 days later, thank you very much, car running beautiful. So make me feel good, give me more energy to continue to the next day, to the following day, to the following week,
Yeah.
When you got a call back, you don't want to get that call back. Car's no good, you messed up, or you overcharged me. So you feel good when you get the call, price is right, when you see your online, on your website, all the comments, how good, then that make you feel good, then make you do it again. You want to do it next day.
Yeah. And what's the most challenging part of it?
Most challenging part when you get car, it's very complicated, and I will tell you, we have to send out to the dealer, and the dealer don't figure it out. So we bring it back, and we stay right on it, maybe 2 weeks. Big challenge, but we figure it out. This is when you got very complicated problem.
Yeah.
It's a big challenge sometimes because with, technology, you got to keep up.
Yeah. And how do you see God in your day-to-day work? Like we met, you were playing that Hillsong. You wouldn't even go into church, but you were playing worship music.
Yeah, I like to listen to it every morning.
How do you connect with God on a day-to-day?
First, I thank him every day, every morning. This is, sometimes I'm sleeping, laying down 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm talking to God. And like I said, that's how I communicate. I don't believe in you need to get up, you need to kneel, you need to pray. It's just whatever happens. Sometimes I do it in the car, like this morning. I was out 6:15 with my dog outside. And I don't know, maybe the neighbor think I'm crazy. I'm going around in the yard. I communicate with God. I thank him. I ask him if he, give me a good day, protect me, my wife, my kids, So I'm always connected. Maybe even if I miss church, I'm always connected because my wife, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Church is a church online, definitely.
Yeah.
So I give her a lot of credit for that too, I'm always connected because, to give me the patience, because sometimes I get you get angry. We're human beings,
Right.
I feel like I want to explode on somebody's screen, but I remember no kindness, love, God,
Yeah.
So I deflate myself a little bit,
Yeah.
And that's how I'm connected all day.
Yeah. And it's safe to say that you really have embodied what you believe you're called to do and put on this earth to do, right?
Absolutely,
it's to work with cars and,
yes,
work and help people.
I believe it, yes, 100%. That's my call, yes, because, like I said, I grew up around cars, and sometimes, I say, I would like to change, jobs, but I look at myself,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't go make pizza,
Me neither.
Or whatever field, or job.
Yeah. No, I personally am fascinated by that because I love the fact that inside each person, there's a unique thing that person is able to do. And,
of course.
I could never in a million years do anything with cars, but I'm so thankful that there's people like you who have that calling, who have that drive to do that.
That's what I always say. Everybody got a call, got a job to do, because it makes sense in real life. Because if I want to be the mechanic and the plumber and everything, then there's no job, there's no economy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I believe I called to do the job, I do it. something else need to be done, then I call whatever specialist to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe in that. I have a friend, they want to do it all, you know, but I'm different.
Yeah.
I fix car. I need a plumber. Something small one I can do, I do it. But if I need plumber, I'm going to call plumber. I'm not going to mess up the house,
Yeah.
you know. So I believe in calls. This is a call, you know.
Absolutely. And how long you been here in this place?
Like I told you, I've been here going almost 11 right now. My cousin been here about 15 when he started.
Yeah. How many people do you think come through the shop, you know, in a week's time? Like how many customers?
Customer, I probably have repair customer, I would say 7 to 10 customers a day. But we do inspection, and yesterday I get 41 inspection done.
Wow. 41 in one day.
41 in one day.
That's amazing. Tell us where you're originally from.
I'm from Lebanon, born and raised in Lebanon till about age 24 years old. I decided to come to the U.S. I was involved in the Civil War in Lebanon. I was 16 years old. I got drafted with the Lebanese Christian Forces from high school, and I decided to stay in it till about 86, late 86, early 87. I came to the U.S. in October 87. On my birthday, October 12th.
How old were you?
I was turning 24 that
24.
day. I came to Boston. You know, I have friends. We went to school. They was here before me, and they told me, "You're welcome to come," you know. After a long, you know, war in Lebanon and Civil War, I decided to leave. My mother wasn't too happy about it, but I told her, I'm done. That's it. It's too much, you know, shooting and killing. And there's no cause no more. Now we Christian fighting each other about taking control, you know. This is when I decided to leave, you know. Like my brother was in a different militia, Christian militia, and I'm a different one, and now we fighting each other. So this is when we say the time, you know, the cause is gone.
Yeah.
We're not gonna kill each other after we fighting, you know.
Right.
All this war is going on today in Afghanistan, Iraq, everywhere. We fought this back in the 80s.
Well,
So
Tony,
I decided to come here, and here we go, 33 years later this October.
yeah. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad because you are part of this city, and you make such a big difference be what you do. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
And I'm so
Thank
glad
you,
we
Pastor.
met those years later, and we still have a great connection now. So
Yes.
I'm glad we got to talk. And
Yes.
the goal was to show people a little bit of your story
Absolutely.
and how each one of us have a specific calling. So,
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I, like I said, I enjoy the church, and my wife keep pressing me, keep going, keep going. And I love to go. She don't have to force me.
Yeah.
She never, but she want me now to be involved more. So
Yeah. Well, one thing at a time.
Yes,
We're just glad you're there, man. God
absolutely.
bless you, and we're so
thank you
thankful for
very
you.
much. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you guys for coming.